Welcome back to They Did What, your source for the internet's craziest and most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and on occasion, make fun of them. Today, I'm going to go over a story titled, Am I the A-hole for using the money I saved to get my stepson a prosthetic leg instead of contributing towards my brother's wedding? And guys, what we have here is another story where a family is trying to take advantage of a good guy and use their influence for their own selfish ways. Okay? And here we have a guy who is, he's engaged, and his girlfriend has a son who's, is missing a leg, and he's trying to help him out, but his selfish family is trying to get him to pay all this money towards his brother's wedding. Now, one could say that, it's not his technical son, that he's saving this money to help him get a prosthetic leg. And that's a discussion for another day. But the point is, he's trying to help out a kid here. Okay? But meanwhile, his selfish family wants him to pay for his brother's wedding, and you're going to see that his brother is essentially, the way it sounds like, a spoiled brat, and his family caters to all that. But anyhow, I'm going to get more into this, and you're going to see this theme here, and you're going to see a theme with a lot of the videos I do about these families that are complete jackasses, and you cannot let your family take advantage of you. So, it starts off, he says, I'm 33 years old, and I have a younger brother who is 25 years old, who's the family's golden child. Once he was born, he had 3 parents, mom, dad, and me. I was required to drop everything anytime to look after him, and I shared 65% of his care in the first few years of his life. Then as he grew up older, my parents expected me to provide for him financially. Well, that's a load of crap. Why should you provide for him financially? Why can't he get a job? Why doesn't he have any money? There's a question. Why were you responsible to raise this child? Are they not capable parents? They raised you, didn't they? What a load of crap. And the whole golden child thing, I'm sure everybody watching this knows at least some family, or maybe in your own family, they have the golden child that's a spoiled brat. And those spoiled brat children become spoiled brat adults, which you see right here. It says he fell sick when he was younger, and I ended up paying for his medical expenses. Oh, I guess that's recently. Driving him places, going to doctor's follow-ups with him, etc. I did all that while all my other social relationships fell apart. No more friends calling or seeing me. I had trouble committing to a serious relationship because I didn't give it my all. So he's putting his life on hold for his brother. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for, being there for your family. But as long as your family's treating you with equal respect and loyalty and love and care, not taking advantage of you. And that's what we got going on here. But so many people endure so much BS for their family because they think that's just what you're supposed to do, no matter what. It's crap. Unless they're treating you the same way equally, don't waste your time with them. Better to be alone than to be around people that are going to take advantage of you. It's my opinion on the subject. Once I met my fiance, I kept my distance and focused on her and my stepson. My mom called to ask why I'm no longer doing X amount of things for my brother. They made comments that my fiance stole me to get me to raise her son. He's 13. He uses crutches because his left leg is amputated. We do everything together. I love him so much, and I can't wait to adopt him, and my fiance is happy with it. I only visit family on big occasions, as my aunt is kind and treats my fiance well. My brother is getting married in March, and I heard the family's putting money together to pay for the wedding. Again, why isn't he putting money for his wedding? Why isn't he working? How about the girl he's marrying? What about her family? Last time I checked, it's usually the bride's family that pays for weddings. Now, we could be in a different culture here, and it isn't exactly mentioned what that is. So maybe you guys can kind of speculate what it is. And back to the fiancé, again, one can argue, make the case that maybe she is using him. You never know. Given what I know in today's world, it certainly is a possibility, but that's a conversation for another day. But he's trying to do a good thing for a disabled boy, which is very kind, I respect. Now watch how this goes. My dad called me to ask me to contribute with $15,000, which was a lot of money. I have other responsibilities. I'm a dad now. I need to focus on my son's needs. Well, this is a very good man. He's taken in this boy trying to help him. I just hope that love and kindness he's showing towards his fiancée and the son is being reciprocated. I'm going to assume it is. After talking, I agreed to pay $10,000. Why are you paying money for this brother's wedding? It's not your problem. Why are you caving to your family? They're taking advantage of you. Not rocket science. Then my aunt called to let me know no one else paid a dime and it was just me who contributed, and it was a lie for my parents to get me back on track because my brother is and should always be my priority. So the family lied. They made up all this crap just to get him to give money. But again, as the saying goes, we teach people how to treat us. And obviously his whole life, he's let his family, his parents, browbeat him into basically giving his all towards his spoiled brat, golden child brother. And look how now the golden child has grown up to be. Unbelievable. I went to talk to them, then I blew up after my mom started talking about how my fiance was clearly using me to provide for her son. I argued with her, told her I won't be contributing anything towards the wedding and will use the money to get my stepson a prosthetic leg since he is my priority now. And he also said my fiance couldn't believe when I told her. They say that she's using him. How about the family using? They're the ones using him. That's the pot calling the kettle black. They were shocked, and my uncle berated me for doing this and called me nuts because my fiance isn't even married to me yet, so she and her son weren't family. Well, first of all, who gives a crap about his uncle? If this guy's 33 years old, a grown-ass man, I would tell this uncle to basically to go pound sand. Okay? It's not his business. Again, I don't know what culture this is. I know certain cultures are different with family, but here as an American, and I can tell you that if I had family that was treating me in such a way, using me, disrespecting me, whatever, I'd tell them basically to F off. Because it's not worth it. Better to be alone than to be surrounded by a bunch of people that are complete a-holes and take advantage of you. Some people don't see it that way. I know a lot of people don't and just say, I can't turn down the family. I can't show disrespect. Even though they're showing you disrespect. Right? Anyhow. They were shocked. I read that part. I argued with them and then I left. I noticed more relatives started berating me saying I ruined it for my brother. Why can't your brother pay for his own stupid wedding? Which the odds are is going to fail anyway. Why can't your brother's wife pay for it? Why is it your problem? And stop letting these family members berate you. He'll resent me and I was being selfish and stupid to do that. They asked me to take my rose-colored glasses off and realize that family remains, but relationships like that, meaning my fiance, that are based on greed, don't last, and I'll admit they were right. Based on greed, they're the ones being greedy. I don't regret what I've done for my brother. He needs me, and I always have been supportive of him. But this wedding isn't really for him, but my parents' image and trying to show it off to everyone. I'm sure my brother prefers a simple celebration, but they control everything. But what do you mean they control everything? You mean money? Because I assume they got money, they can pay for it. It's not your problem. They're trying to obviously control you. So no, walk away. I would disown this family, have nothing to do with them. No, it's not a cultural thing, but more about looking good to outsiders. It sounds like a cultural thing to me. I really want to know what this guy's culture is. I know I wasn't clear about my family, what my family thinks my fiance will. I know I wasn't clear about why my family thinks my fiance was with me because of money. It's because of my appearance. Now listen to this. I have a burn scar that covers the side of my face and goes down my neck because of a car accident I had 3 years ago. It doesn't bother me. I feel confident enough to socialize and it's never been an issue. But my family keeps bringing it up like they're shocked my fiance isn't bothered by that. I wanted to mention this, but I hesitated because I wasn't sure what people are going to think. I'm sorry. Well, that shows a real nice family that they think, oh, the only reason she's with you is to use you, because otherwise she'd be horrified by your Freddy Krueger burn mark on your face. Now, again, it is a possibility that she could be using, and we cannot rule that out because there's a lot of gals out there will use guys. You got guys are suckers to help provide for their kid. That happens. Don't get me wrong, but for some reason, I don't know what it is, I don't think that's 100% the case here. But at the end of the day, we're dealing with let's be honest, a bigger bunch of a-holes in the situation, his family, who should be loyal, who should be trying to use him, amongst many other things here. So no, he is not the a-hole, and he's obviously a good man trying to help out a kid. And even regardless if, let's just say for argument's sake that she was using him, well, at least he's helping out a kid that has no leg. You can't fake it that a kid that has no leg. Unless they have like a Harry Potter invisibility cloak wrapped around his leg or something. Anyhow, here's a few comments to show I'm not the one that's alone in this situation on my views. One person says, not the a-hole. I blew up after my mom started talking about how my fiance was clearly using me to provide for her son. And he says, but it's okay for her to use you to provide for her son. Right. I noticed that there's 8 years difference between this guy and his younger brother. So this was like the baby brother. But there's a reason that obviously they spoiled him rotten. And so obviously he was raised to pretty much have people take care of him. That's a failure from a parent if you can't raise your kid to take care of himself. Your family are a bunch of hypocrites, and you'd be better off telling them to go all go pound sand. Exactly. That's what I would do. I'd have nothing to do with these people. Another person says, not the a-hole. It's not your responsibility to provide a wedding for your brother. I would say your parents have already milked you dry as far as he's concerned. Feel free to go no contact with people who only see you as a vehicle for funding their own responsibilities. Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Another guy says, not the a-hole. You are prioritizing the family you chose, your fiance and your stepson. Relationships like that are based on greed don't last, and I'll admit they were right. That's what the family said to him. He says, you know what a relationship based on greed looks like when the parents expect their oldest child to shell out $15,000 for his younger brother's wedding while everyone else contributes nothing. Right. Original poster, they are financially abusing you, and I wouldn't pay them a single cent for the rest of your life. Go be happy with your fiance and stepson. Amen. Exactly. I wouldn't trust that family any further than I could throw them. I'd cut them off completely. They're a bunch of jerks, and I'm going to hope like hell that this fiance of his is the real thing. She really does care about him. She's not using him to provide for her handicapped son. But this guy obviously is a good guy and deserves some happiness here. But it is amazing to me just how many families will take advantage of people in life. Unbelievable. I just filmed another video a few minutes ago, which I'll be publishing another day. Same situation. It's absolutely crazy. But anyhow, guys, moral of the story is, if your family isn't treating you with respect, if they're not treating you equally, they're treating you basically like this, cut them off. Life is short. You don't need bad friends, bad family members screwing up your situation. They will bring you down to their level. Misery loves company. So anyway, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And guys, you ever come across a really good story, something really crazy, something outrageous, something entertaining that's kind of pertains to this channel, send it on over to me. I'll definitely do it. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.